universe. Welcome to the classroom, motherfuckers. This is Learning to Curse with Adam and Chuck.
And we're rolling.
We are, and I'm playing with a tape.
We're not rolling tape, but we're rolling
I'm playing with it. It says Radio Shack.
Exactly.
Awesome. Did I tell you that there, a few months ago I was up in near like fucking Cave Creek or something, or not Cave Creek, Christopher Creek.
Oh no!
And there's a.
I know where that's at. I pass all the time going to Greer.
There's a Radio Shack there, and we're back.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
This is when we started.
Oh man, that was super loud. I think I like fuzzed it out.
Oh no!
Dun dun dun!
You peaked.
We can't get back in the olden days of our show,
right?
Where shit's falling apart. Anyway, yes, we're back.
You want me to drop a microphone? I could do that.
And tape one up or something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while, even though it's been like the third episode back. It's for us. It's we're getting back in the groove of this, and one of the best ways to get back in the groove for this.
Oh yeah.
We're going to do an impromptu spitball. The spitballing part 2.
Impromptu sounds like a weird like a
sex act.
No, an Egyptian god.
Yeah.
All hail impromptu.
Impromptu. Is like some like Hollywood version of what Egypt is.
Yeah. That'd be great. We need to make we should make a Swan Princess-esque movie.
Yes.
Now. Like you, me, and Jeremy and Brian.
And use clips from the original, like it's a somewhat related sequel.
I don't think a sequel would be appropriate. That's done. We told that story, that stupid story. If you haven't watched The Swan Princess, watch it. It's fucking stupid and hilarious.
And it's on our YouTube channel.
It is on our YouTube. What I think is hilarious about
Where you're at right now, maybe, if you're not listening to us on a podcast.
Yeah. But part 2 has more views than part 1. So what I'm thinking is people are seeing it in sequential order on the list, and they start watching.
What is this?
But they're not reading because it says part 2 right on it. But
there's a little paranormal in it.
Yeah, I guess like 2 of those people didn't want to watch the other.
It's like, no, I got the gist.
Yeah,
I'm all caught up.
Yeah. So if you want to see, it
is serialized. If you watch one going in the 2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was one movie. I just split it into 2 parts. So, anywho,
it became serialized.
So what are we spitballing today?
What if most, if not everything, paranormal is just a tulpa or tulpas? Is tulpas plural for tulpa?
I think tulpa is floral.
Floral? Yes, what if tulpas are floral? Back to your idea of what if plants are the dominant species.
No, definitely plants are the dominant species.
Let's talk a little bit about that first.
Okay.
Just because it's fun.
Just real quick, yeah. Plants are definitely, and my peas are popping.
Your peas are popping?
Yeah,
I hear myself popping too.
Yeah. So yeah, plants are definitely the dominant species. I say that because they don't...
Because they are, I'm kidding.
I mean, they really are. I mean, they're...
We couldn't breathe without them.
Right. Everything that dies is consumed by plants.
Yeah.
Everything. We cultivate them. Every other living creature on the planet is here to serve the purpose of propagating plant.
Yeah.
Plant life.
Yes.
That's it.
Wouldn't you say that they are bigger consumers of the sun than we are even?
They definitely are.
I mean, we get cancer.
Mm-hmm. What do they get?
Nothing.
Wouldn't it be...
They could get burnt if they don't get enough H2O.
Right. But wouldn't it be great if
they dry up and die?
If a plant got cancer?
I know.
Wouldn't that be weird?
Who's to say they don't? Maybe a botanist hasn't thought about it or looked at it yet.
Right.
But shriveling up in the sun when you don't...
Since plants are living creatures...
Yes.
And we know that they
can they be classified as creature?
I'm gonna say that they can be.
Just say creature.
Yes.
Okay.
They're a living being.
They're animals.
They're a living thing. So.
Attack. Remember Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But so because plants are living.
Yes.
And we know that they do communicate.
They do. They have consciousness.
I was gonna say, are they consciousness? If a plant dies,
yes.
If a tree dies, are there tree ghosts?
There should be.
There should be tree ghosts.
If a tree falls in the woods and nobody is there to hear it, but there's a tree ghost in other trees, it happened.
I think so. I think there are tree ghosts. We've proved it right now.
I'm not afraid of no tree ghost.
I'm more afraid of a tree ghost.
Yeah, you know who probably...
Because I'd probably try to climb it and then get hurt.
if somebody on a future episode that we're going to be doing, Travis Walton,
right?
That man, he's probably if he wasn't so caught up in the whole alien abduction that he went through. Right. Not that that's like a small thing.
Oh, he was a tree murderer.
Probably be a. Oh no, we'll get into this on that episode. But his crew actually went in and cleaned up.
Yeah.
After. Like, I can't say legit loggers because that's just fucked up.
Yeah.
You're not a real logger. You just clean up.
Yeah.
But, so he was cutting up a lot of dead trees. But had the alien abduction not happened, would he have had a very different book, like talking about tree ghosts?
Maybe.
What if he's haunted by tree ghosts? What if that's the weird shit you hear in the woods that can't be attributed to animals?
I think when you play a ghost note on a snare drum with a wooden drumstick.
That's the snare's last cry.
It's the ghost it's the ghost sound of the tree that stick was made from.
Ow. It's just, ow. You record an EVP at the same time, and it's just, you hear the ghost note. Okay, now let's try to bring down that part of the track. I think I hear an EVP here. Ow.
On that note.
Yes, and that is no ghost note. That is Coors. I already opened mine. ASMR.
Yes, ASMR.
But yeah, plant life.
Where were we though at the beginning of this? Tulpa.
Well, real quick, one last thing on the whole plant life thing. Mm-hmm. There have been people that supposedly got some genetic material of aliens, supposedly, and they said that they were very plant life.
Yeah.
Like,
did you see that article that marijuana has alien DNA?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why it's so good.
I'm kidding. I didn't.
You didn't see that?
Cool. That's cool.
Oh yeah. There was an article.
I was waiting to see. I was backing you up just in case it was one of those Chuck funnies.
No. It's a real one. I didn't make that one up.
No.
Yeah.
But a tulpa. Okay.
Do I do that often? That
you do.
I just
once
make
an
shit
episode.
Up?
Once per episode. Chuck may spread some disinfo.
I don't even think about it. It just happens.
They sent you to me to throw me off from the truth.
Here's the funny thing, Adam. I don't just do that on this podcast.
I know.
I do that in real life all the time.
He does.
I'll be at work and I'll do that, and then like 2 seconds later I have to be like, no, I'm just kidding.
I'm not a liar by I need to lie to fuck people over, but I lie in the most silly ways at work every day.
Yeah,
every day.
I make shit up all the time. Yeah. It's fun.
Like, really? No.
Yeah, I've been getting my sister with that, and she's my older sister, but I have been getting her with my lies since I was a kid. It's the funniest thing.
Like, really? No.
I had her convinced that ramen noodles were just one really long noodle coiled up in the pack, and that's why you break them up.
Oh, God.
I was like, you can't just put it in there like that. She's like, why?
Boil it
It's going to be one long noodle. That's all that it is. It's just one long, I told her it was like a 20-foot noodle. She's like, no way. I'm like, yes, it is. That's why you have to break it up. She's 5 years older than me.
Well, you should have just let her try to boil the one noodle one day, just to see if it kind of...
No, because that would have shown that I was lying.
Yes. Oh, man.
It was fun. But anyway.
But does she still believe?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Tulpas. Yeah. Let's explain tulpas real quick.
Okay. So a tulpa is if you, or if not just you, maybe even just one individual.
It sounds like it's in Ohio, like a city in Ohio.
Like Tulpa, Ohio. Yeah.
Holy Tulpa.
Or Canada. It's like, I'm from Tulpa, Saskatchewan, eh?
I just wanted to say
Right? I can do accents. So yeah, I'm from Tulpa.
I like vowels, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Osh, kosh, bagosh.
Oh, yeah. So maybe an individual could create a tulpa on their own if they had enough, I guess, willpower
But there's also the theory that it is an energy that already pre-exists and you're just feeding the fucker. Feeding it.
Right. So, like, would Pennywise, would that be a tulpa? Or it's because that's already an actual existing
It's more
creature.
of an established creature, but it was just feeding on fears.
It was just using that clown thing as a facade.
Kind of like a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
In a way.
Well, no, because Freddy Krueger's... he's a tulpa.
Because he could do that too.
Yeah, I would say Freddy would be a tulpa.
But he was at once a person who became a tulpa.
Yeah.
I want to be a real tulpa.
I'm waiting for you to debunk it, man.
Debunk what? Oh, the sounds?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's just Charlie under the table. There's a scuffling.
Charlie under the table sounds like a horrible, horrible sex act.
Oh God, Charlie under the table.
Like,
I'm gonna make up one. Just
I got
because
myself
of
2 dirty Sanchez's and a Charlie under the table. It was
man.
a fantastic night.
and it was all. I was gonna say all in the same week, but you just hooked it to one night.
Yeah, there was cocaine involved, a Charlie under the table. Man, it was a crazy party.
Oh man, a fiddler on the roof. So
You were lucky I didn't spit that beer all over.
literally a fiddler on the roof.
Yes, I know.
So that reminded me on a previous episode. I don't remember which one. I don't fucking know. But I was trying
We'll
to
say
figure
episode
out.
17.
Yes, maybe.
I don't know.
It probably or 18. Maybe it was the highlights one. But I was trying to remember what funny thing I fucking said about you being on the roof. Oh no, it was the episode they were talking about. You stick around to the end. Was it the back of the USO?
Yeah, because the one that we
Spitballing.
brought up was the
Your drinking experience.
goof on a roof.
Yes, it was goof on a roof, but I could not think of it.
Yeah, but I think you thought of something.
No, ginger on a binger.
That was it. Yeah, I was a ginger on.
Everybody at home's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we've heard enough of Chuck's drunk stories. Yeah, there's more. I've only told 2.
The Tulpa idea.
Remember that one time when we were driving around? I was like 16 years old.
Yes.
And I was drinking.
You were sitting on the hump.
drinking 40s, and then I got out to pee at that 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
and I threw up everywhere.
It was partially because you were on the hump in the back
I think
of the car.
so. I think the shaking
What would
me
be
around.
real funny is if we somehow could find out what day that was. We probably can't.
No.
Maybe through hypnosis. Maybe.
It would have been summertime. I think.
What if it was Wednesday?
Could have been.
It was hump day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Tulpa.
Tulpa, Idaho.
Tulpa Cabana.
She wore a tulpa. What if all these things? Because okay, let's take a look at Skinwalker Ranch again. And I want to do another episode on Skinwalker Ranch
Why
at
don't
some
we
point.
call this show "What If"
What if?
instead of learning to curse?
What if? What? We do
Yeah.
a lot of what ifs.
I have sang that
At least I
on
do.
this show before.
Yes.
All right. So
So we do a lot of so-ums too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and so on.
If you don't sew the how are you going to get it on your blouse?
You're gonna have it's gonna be wide open.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not an iron on No.
And that's not a euphemism. That's just literal. It's gonna
It's
be wide
true.
open.
Yeah. So a tulpa. Are we still explaining what a tulpa is, or are we going to try and?
A tulpa, basically, it could be a pre-existing energy that you feed, and it just feeds on your fears and becomes whatever it needs to be to facilitate,
Facilitate burps.
Yes, facilitate burps. There you go.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. Or it could be something that your mind completely creates this thing.
Right. Well, it's like with Slender Man.
Yes.
So
That has become a
Slender Man
tulpa
was
in a sense.
I think so. Yeah, because
But
Slender
not
Man
in
was
a real
creepypasta.
phenomena, I would say.
No. Which is funny, I didn't
Slender
even talk
Man
about that, 'cause
himself
there's-
is not a phenomenon.
No, but Slender, the movie, is coming out
Yes,
this weekend.
finally. I thought that was supposed to come out back in April.
This Slender Man came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, this episode's probably out in like September. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Somewhere
yet.
around there. It's
Slender,
August right now.
But Slender Man is
Yes.
I would say a tulpa. It started out as a creepy.
It's a different type of tulpa.
and a lot of people have built
Fed it.
into the
They got
mythos.
scared. They
and
fed it its
actually
fears.
now think it's a real thing.
Exactly.
And like I said before, I think it was with Nikki's question
Yes.
on the question and answers episode where she asked if there's a monster under your bed.
Yes.
And I basically said
But you
yes.
created.
You created it. So that's a tulpa of a monster under your.
It makes me think of the Metallica song,
Yeah.
Mr. Sandman.
Yeah. Mr. Sandman.
Yes.
Do 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 do. Mr. Sandman.
Enter Sandman under your bed, in your thoughts and in your head. I don't know. I'm fucking it all
That
up.
would be a fantastic. We should. Do
They
that.
already did it.
We should get.
Nope, they did it.
Oh, they took the music from Mr. Sandman and put the lyrics from Mr. Sandman on it.
Well, there was like a barbershop quartet type deal with all
Okay.
chicks
Okay.
singing the way you would traditionally sing Mr. Sandman, and that hence the joke here on the show.
Yeah.
But they were singing the lyrics to Enter Sandman.
have to look that up
it's
later.
Fucking awesome. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna put it on our Facebook page just because it has nothing to do with the show.
All right. So as far as so I think we've described a tulpa.
Well, and I'll look up the definite definition.
the definite
Since we're
definition.
spitting
I like that you said
A
definite
tulpa
definition.
is an entity created in the mind, acting independently of
The mind.
and parallel to your own consciousness.
Ooh.
And I have a theory on that. They are able to think and have their own free will, emotions, and memories. In short, a tulpa is like a sentient person living in your head, separate from you. Now, this could be like DID to a degree, or schizophrenia.
Yeah.
But it gets so strong, maybe through means of a person having some type of psychokinesis.
Yeah.
That they're able to, their mind is making the physical things happen in reality if this particular tulpa can do so. Not like the Slender Man. The Slender Man is more like a legit type of tulpa idea. Like it's affecting others to believe it. Actually, that's not a traditional one. What am I talking about? It's late. Words.
That's all right.
But yeah, this type of tulpa that I want to discuss here tonight would be kind of like that definition, or an energy that already exists that's latching onto this person's mind, thinking of these things, and then it just feeds it and feeds it and feeds it, and then it gets its own free will,
Right.
You know, so to speak. So to speak. Got to bring that one back up.
Yeah.
And then going off and doing its own things independently of you. But what if this particular individual, it's more ASMR, and some so to speak. What if this particular individual has some type of psychokinesis? And this tulpa can't physically do things, and is using this human to do all of its,
Do its bidding.
do its bidding, all its physical things in this reality.
But yeah, so and then in that case, in that definition of a tulpa, that I don't think that the paranormal phenomenon, like ghosts and aliens and shit, I don't think that they're tulpa.
But there have been stories, and if you look into the story of the Men in Black, there's a theory that it may have all been stemming from a tulpa from one man. His ideas, his wild ideas, and then it became an independent thing to where whenever there's like high strangeness surrounding a UFO and experience, and maybe the UFO part is part of it too, or it could be separate, but this tulpa becomes the Men in Black.
Yeah. I'm going to have to keep saying Tulpa Cabana because that's all in my head.
Where you get a knock on the door and there's these weird, and not like the movie Men in Black with Will Smith and all that, or legit government agents showing up at your house, but these weird fuckers that seem like they're trying to be human. There's a lot of accounts of it. We'll have to go into an episode on Men in Black at some point. Because there's been a lot of the traditional Men in Black. Were these fuckers that just didn't seem human.
Didn't seem right.
They seemed like they were trying to be human, and they would always show up as part of all the high strangeness involved with UFO activity.
Wow.
And it is some creepy shit.
Yeah.
And there are theories that they were just a tulpa.
Crazy. So maybe they're tulpa. I don't. But maybe. But I don't think as far as like other
like ghosts and aliens and all that shit.
That
UFOs.
is. But yeah. So no, I don't. No. I mean. Yeah. I don't think. We got some good discussion about it, but I don't think it is because I mean. The way that you would have to have a tulpa work.
There's too much physicality, I think, in
I think
a lot
there's
of...
just too many variables and differences in the type of creature. I don't honestly, there's possibly, again, some sort of something out there.
That is
like I've seen ghosts. I haven't seen
UFOs.
an alien. But
we still have to go into an episode where I could talk about that. I don't think that I've ever seen a physical alien or interdimensional being or anything in my waking hours, but I've had weird dreams. That have surrounded other events. And like I said on other episodes, Chuck and I do have more experiences we like to talk about on future episodes. And we'll get to those soon. We'll get to another like UFO Palooza type thing or Ghosty Toast.
Have I talked about my ink blot creatures yet?
No.
I haven't talked about the ink blot creatures.
Are they tulpas?
I don't know. I honestly...
Before I forget, there's a segue question here. We could talk about skinwalkers here in a bit too, because that could be another explanation for all these things that are paranormal beings and the high strangeness involved. But anyways, okay, so ink blots.
Should I start?
Yes.
Or do you want to? I think maybe we should put this on a different episode.
The ink blots?
Ink blots. Yeah.
Summarize it, and then we'll.
Okay. I'll give you a summary.
The great thing about a spitball, if you guys haven't noticed, we throw this shit out willy nilly, and we're like, fuck, we can do an episode about this.
We'll expand on it later.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll talk about it a little bit. So there are these.
A little bitty.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. So these, I call them ink blot creatures. If anybody's ever read Odd Thomas.
That sounds familiar, but I haven't.
Dean Koontz.
Okay.
It's a really good series.
Great author.
Yeah. But there are these creatures in the first Odd Thomas book, and I believe they might come up in other episodes or in other books as well. It's been a while since I've read them, but I've read them all, and they're really good.
Like in a loose shared universe kind of way? Like,
no.
Okay.
All the books are
They are?
they're sequels.
Awesome.
It's Odd Thomas.
Oh, the Odd Thomas ones. Okay, sorry.
Series, yeah.
I thought you meant his works.
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay.
There are a few that have I think
crossover.
they all share the same universe.
Okay.
Seize the Night actually shares the same universe as Odd Thomas. Definitely, it definitely shares.
Awesome.
It's a shared universe. So also another really good book if you haven't read Seize the Night.
Go check it out right now.
Yeah.
Fuck our episode. Just go go read some stuff.
Read it while you're listening.
Yes, exactly.
We'll
let you know when we're done.
In Odd Thomas, there are these creatures that he describes. They're like these black,
That's racist.
darker than black,
That's really no.
You're a dick.
You're a dick.
But no, they're these like weird, and they kind of have canid faces, like canine, like dog faces. Some of them,
Yeah.
they're weird looking.
But can it come and go?
No, there's like a horde.
They
of
always
them.
have that.
Yeah.
The face, I mean.
Yeah, the face
Yeah.
is always usually about the same, but their bodies can kind of change.
Are they skinwalkers?
I don't know what they are. Like the way that he
shadow.
describes them, I think he calls them Botox.
Botox?
Yeah.
It makes me think of Botox.
Yeah. Look it up real quick.
There's a lot of great things that you could do with
Yeah.
Botox these
Look
days.
up Botox,
just to make
Odd Thomas.
make Botox look better.
Yeah. While you're looking
It
at
doesn't make people look better.
Yeah.
It makes them look plastic.
Right.
So Botox?
Bodoc. I think it's
right.
Bodack.
Botox.
And then just put Odd Thomas.
Dean. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, Google just did one of those weird things where it just totally erased everything I just fucking typed.
So while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
I'll go into a little bit of detail. So basically, I've seen these creatures that I describe as they describe it in this book. And
It's his Tulpa.
maybe no, but I
You read his books and you started seeing his
no,
Tulpas.
no. I saw this shit before
Way
I read
before,
the books. Like when I was a teenager. There was one I was going for a walk in my neighborhood, and there was one in an orange tree, and it's like a decorative orange tree, and there's this thing like just staring at me. This one time I was driving on McDowell going east, and there's one running through a parking lot following the car. Like it was aware of me.
And if you don't know what they are, at least by the author's definition.
Thank you.
Well, this is Wikipedia's definition of the author's definition.
That's fine.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay, so plural is Bodaich.
Okay.
Bodaich?
Sure.
Bodaich?
I don't know.
Bodaich.
Again, I couldn't remember. I was just based off of memory of
Bodoc.
reading it like 7 years ago.
So Bodoc. I mean,
Yeah.
Bodoc sounds good for plural,
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
for our show. Old man, rustic, churl, lout. Old Irish Bodoc. Okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't his.
That's not it.
This is something else altogether.
Yeah.
Gaelic folklore. Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
We found-
that's where he got it from.
That's probably where
See,
he got
and
it
when
from.
I was, if you noticed earlier, I was trying to come to a conclusion of where did he potentially get this idea?
Get the name?
Maybe
Yeah.
no, well, not so much the name, but like that type of entity.
Yeah.
Was it like a skinwalker that
yeah.
influenced him? Maybe shadow people? But no, there's literally a Bodoc, a Gaelic folklore and mythology.
That's cool.
It's an old man is paired with Kale Leech. This is what's great about these impromptu episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Hag, old. Okay, so it's an old woman and an old man kind of thing in Irish
Okay.
legend.
right.
Nothing like what you're saying.
Right. Does it show like a list on the list? Does it have like for Dean Koontz or for Odd Thomas
Yeah.
specifically?
Yeah, but I just went to the Wikipedia one because
Oh, okay.
I trust Wikipedia so much.
Right.
They got all the knowledge.
Yeah. There's a podcast that I listen to. It's called what is it called? How Did This Get Made? And every once in a while, at one point they changed. They had their audience changed Stellan Skarsgård's name to Stellar Skateboard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, check this out on
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary, which is kind of funny because this is stemming into an urban legend.
Cool.
Bodoc, mysterious and foreboding shadow creatures. From the dead that inhabit this world unseen.
Yeah.
Well, then how do you know they're there?
What they do basically in the book is they sniff. They hoard around when a disaster is going to happen.
Oh, well,
And
in a
they
way, they're kind of
gather
like a
in that-
doppelganger.
Maybe.
Because one of the
No, no,
ideas
no.
of a
It's not
doppelganger
because-
is they
it's not-
pop up and they say, hey,
That's
something's gonna happen.
That's not what they do. They feed off of it.
But then that's
They-
kinda like, they get
feed off
energies
of
from
the
it.
energy from a disaster.
So they're kind of like a fucked up version of the Mothman.
Maybe.
Because Mothman would pop up around.
Yeah, I guess
shit,
so.
And he'd predict the shit.
Yeah.
That's why he was there.
I think I think they were just primitive creatures. Honestly.
Not yet ready to embrace their final destiny. They are harbingers of death, like some versions of the doppelgangers coming together, Charlie.
Yeah.
Destruction and evil, the embodiment of Satan, him, herself. I like that. They said herself in there.
Yeah.
And then they just put werewolf by itself.
Okay.
Has nothing. Yeah.
So nothing directly from
No.
Odd Thomas?
No.
Oh.
But there's a book. Okay, everything I go into, like, oh yeah, this would be good. And it has nothing to do with him at all.
No.
Oh wait, Dean Koontz novel. They do mention that here.
Okay. I know it's completely unimportant at this point.
It's not.
But you've already described it. But
Yeah.
that's basically how it's described in the book. But I've seen creatures that look like they're described in the book. These black, shadowy creatures.
Yeah.
You can't see through them. It's not like a fog or a smoke. They're solid, but they're kind of like, they're black as ink. They're almost reflective, but they absorb the light.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But they just...
Like the way asphalt should be on a freeway early in the morning when you're tired as shit and the sun's just blasting on it to the point where it just turns white when you look at it. Why can't it be like them, like a Bodoc? Why can't it just absorb it and just be pure black? That would be so much easier to drive on.
You need to develop that technology that allows
and then they would
that to happen.
And then be like, the government would be like, we're going to get that money though to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to come out of taxpayer dollars.
We're going to make Mexico pay for it.
Fuck Trump and his wall. I know this isn't the fuck Trump. I know this isn't the liberal podcast.
It kind of is though.
But fuck Trump and his wall.
He can.
Okay, I'm not big on America and all that, but you know what? That really goes against. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It goes against what your America is all about.
Yeah, it does.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I mean, until somebody pries that plaque off of the Statue of Liberty, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Your wall. Fuck your wall. Mexico. Why would they pay for that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's send Tulpas to fucking and Bodocs to Trump.
Yeah. Right.
Because now I'm starting to sound like the really crazy liberals that just want to like
it's turning the frogs gay.
Yeah. They want bad things to happen. I don't want bad things to happen to other people.
No.
I'm not that kind of liberal.
There are certain people that I wouldn't mind seeing bad things happen to, but I wouldn't really like relish in it. I'd just be like,
I just
deserved
want
that,
bad things
bitch?
to end. Why can't we come up with like a collectively? Collectively,
Collective soul?
Yeah, collective soul. Some kind of tulpa that just collectively create a tulpa that does good things.
A good tulpa cabana?
Tulpa cabana.
Yeah.
Why don't we create just like the
We should call it cabana.
Cabana.
Yeah.
Cabana the friendly tulpa.
Yes. Tulpa cabana, the friendly.
You heard it here first. Somebody's gonna draw that shit for us. Or Charlie will if you guys don't.
I'll do it eventually. You'll see it like in a year.
So it's like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but
not so friendly ghost.
Yeah, the not so friendly ghost.
But basically, so what were we saying?
Cabana the friendly tulpa.
No, before that.
That's what needs to go out there.
I was talking about ink blots. So that was it. We'll dive deep into that, and we'll kind of that'll be another cryptid episode, I guess.
But you've seen something that could be very similar to what their description. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that. And when I read the book, I threw the book.
Well, you just saw right there that there is a Gaelic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how they feel about your people.
Oh, I know.
So there you go.
I'm Gaelic.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Scottish is
Gaelic too. Yes. What am I talking about?
Scottish, Welsh, Irish.
Lateness.
Yeah.
We
surround.
But that's why you're seeing.
We surround England.
Again. That's why you're seeing them. Because the tulpa decided to be that which relates to your people.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so I've seen those on multiple occasions. And for the longest time, I was going back and forth on whether it was like a schizophrenia or a real thing. And when I read that in that book, I literally dropped the book. Like I kind of tossed it away, and I'm like, "Holy fuck!"
But how many ideas? I'm not the shit on him. But how many ideas are 100% original by authors?
Oh,
a lot of times they take ideas. So
I've written short stories, and I've tried writing novels.
In no way is he predicting.
It's very hard to write a novel when you have a full-time job and 4 children.
Yes.
But I
want to write creepypastas.
Yeah, I could probably push those out better than I think I'm just going to start writing a collection of short stories and then put it out as
why not a collection book. It worked for Stephen King. He was great at it. Just recently he did it again. Just because he's like, you start writing full novels, and I'm paraphrasing the fuck out of it because I'm no Stephen King. I'm not from Maine.
You're not ugly enough.
I'm not.
I mean, he's an ugly motherfucker.
He is.
He's not an attractive man.
He had all the time in the world. He was dating. I mean, maybe he was dating. I don't know. Maybe he was like Stockholm syndrome. I don't know.
I don't know.
But sum that one up. He basically he wrote one recently because he felt like he was really getting rusty on the short.
I'm gonna go to Stockholm and
have a syndrome.
Yeah, I never want to leave.
I never want to leave.
Why can't you coming home? I have Stockholm syndrome.
I can't leave you.
You come back.
Can't I quit
you come back with a limp and an itch. What's the matter? Stockholm syndrome.
Wait. What happens in Stockholm stays in Stockholm.
Why is your left testicle weeping?
Oh man. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah.
What's the next one?
Next question. Well, not question, but next idea. Oh, we're already like 30 minutes into this.
Well, then you know what that means.
It's been a while since the last episode.
I think I'm at my breaking point.
I'm at my breaking point too.
I'm at my breaking point.
I'm at my topa point. And we are back.
Wait a second.
Wait,
no, I'm just kidding.
Wait, where did we go? Wilder thoughts on and theories on simulated reality.
What?
Yes.
What?
I mean, we don't have Nate here right now. We keep talking about that. We need to have him come back.
Nate, answer. What was the question?
Well, not so much a question, but like just a topic. Wilder thoughts than we've already had, if that can be even possible for us.
Oh, Wilder thoughts.
Yeah,
I see.
On simulated reality.
Simulated reality. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Some ex machina bullshit.
What if it's okay? Now here's the thing. And I brought this up with some people at my work actually.
Yeah.
Let's say it's not a computer program. It's not like a Matrix. It's not. There's nothing digital about it.
Okay.
What if it's all organic?
Okay.
That's even a little more believable.
Okay. So
if it's organic, it still could be a simulated reality for some consciousness.
Remember, I don't remember what episode it was, but I brought up mushrooms.
Yes.
How they are interconnected, and sometimes there's I don't know if I brought this up on the show, but
they very well brought about this reality we have now for humans.
As far as psilocybin,
yes,
yeah. Monkeys eating psilocybin and evolving into us, yes.
Simulated reality.
I believe that. I believe that more than I would believe any other creation theory.
But it doesn't. But just so people know, that doesn't mean there wasn't consciousness prior to that. It was just a different type of consciousness.
I honestly, animals have consciousness.
Yeah, exactly. Plants, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah. But I mean, because we're animals.
Do plants have DMT highs?
Maybe.
Shit. We can have DMT highs without the plant. It's naturally occurring in us.
You know what? I just fucking thought of this.
What's that?
What if there's a chemical in us that gets plants high?
My God. Well, we breathe out carbon dioxide.
No. Like we're decaying, right? And there's a plant that's growing on us.
God.
And they
have the trip of their fucking life.
Yes.
And they do the dance of blooming flowers.
Yeah, there's this plant tripping out on us.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it also makes me think about how do they feel when they're they breathe out oxygen for us.
Yeah.
We breathe out carbon dioxide.
Yep.
And they breathe that in.
Yes.
What is that experience like for them?
Carbon mononucleosis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. What is it like?
Carbon monoxide? Is that what you were just saying?
Yeah, no. I said carbon.
Lateness.
Yeah, I said something else, but yeah.
Something else altogether. But it made me think of carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Carbon.
You know about carbon monoxide.
Yeah. Have you heard about dihydrogen monoxide? It's in that beverage that you're drinking right now.
It can kill you.
Yeah, it can. Yeah. The fucked up thing about
Pepsi instead of a Mountain Dew name.
The fucked up thing about dihydrogen monoxide is that it will kill you if you consume too much of it, and it'll kill you if you don't drink any of it.
Yes.
What other substance on Earth has that same capability? Heroin?
Water.
Heroin.
Water.
Yeah, water.
Water.
What are you waiting for, Gary?
What's funny is you said what other substance? I'm all water.
Yeah, I said other substance. God damn it!
I know it's funny.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, Adam. You can't just tell somebody it's funny and it'd be fun. No, I'm just kidding. It was funny.
We're nerds.
Yeah, we are.
We're fucking nerds.
So what were we talking about?
Simulated reality. But I mean, going with the organic, an organic simulated reality.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe what if there is like a type of fungus, right?
Among us.
That works like a biological computer.
Yes.
And is simulating our reality.
Well, human beings, I mean, our brain is like a computer for one.
Right.
But yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe, what if, okay, so, like in The Happening, which was not a good movie. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't terrible. I'm not gonna shit on it.
I'm
like
making the
most
face of
everybody
what
else.
he's saying right now.
Yeah,
It
he
was
is.
just I'm
Yeah.
agreeing.
Yeah, I mean, as M. Night Shyamalan movies go, it wasn't the best. I haven't seen
The Fappening.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a great movie. It's just 20 minutes of Mark Wahlberg jacking off
I'm almost there, guys.
with his Boogie Nights dick.
Yes. With Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch playing in the background.
Exactly. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. Wilder theories of
Because we brought up a lot of shit on that.
Here's a wild fucking theory.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so maybe you know how a mesh network works
Yes.
for Wi-Fi.
Right. Like that.
What if birds are the nodes,
Oh, fuck.
and that's why they're the only creatures that fly like they do,
Dude, which makes me think of owls.
and that's why they follow migration paths.
Yes.
Is to distribute the signal.
Because sometimes they have theories and ideas, and some believe that there
But
are
look at it
definite
this way.
reasons why they do what they do. But at the end of the day, they don't 100% know why they migrate the way they do. Other than the end reason, obviously the end result.
Oh,
they know why they do that.
We know
But-
why they migrate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to
Exactly.
distribute the
Weather.
it's to distribute the signal for our simulated reality.
In this, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the act can double for that.
Yeah,
There you go.
wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Because if we're just throwing out wild accusations, wild ideas, I mean that's a wild idea. Mm-hmm. God, maybe that's the crazier one. What if it was God?
That's even wilder.
Yeah.
It's a little
I
more.
think-
That's a
I
little
think
too
it's the-
far fetched for this show.
I think that's the more convoluted one. Is
Yes.
the God one?
and it may be simple for simple. Okay, that's just fucked up.
No,
But
I mean I hate to
it's
say it.
not. For
but-
somebody like us,
Yeah,
it
am not
becomes
gonna-
convoluted.
Look, I'm not
becomes
gonna,
very convoluted fast.
I'm not going to rag on Christians
Mm-hmm.
or religious people for having their beliefs. I do stand back and I look at the beliefs and I examine them and I question how someone can still hold those beliefs.
Because it
with
takes a
all
lot
the
of
information.
explaining the fuck away to make all the
and I
shit
think,
stand up.
Honestly,
you know?
though, I mean, like, if you're told from birth that this is the truth, and if you don't believe this truth, you'll go to a burning fire for the rest of your
that's
eternity.
just fucked up.
I mean, not only is it fucked up, but it's really hard to shake.
Yeah.
It's really hard to shake those thoughts and those fears.
And the learned behavior that becomes
like,
from it.
It doesn't happen to me. Since I've become like openly an atheist.
Yeah.
And more back before, like I went from, Christian to spiritual to mythical or mythicist to pantheist to atheist or agnostic, and then finally I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm an atheist because I don't
I
believe
stopped
any
at
of this
agnostic.
shit. Yeah. But I can openly say I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Whether it is or isn't true, that's where the agnostic part still stands.
Yeah.
Like, I could be wrong. I have no way of knowing for sure. But examining the different realities, different religions that are out there and the different stories that they have.
There's too much similarity and overlap with a lot of them.
And just convoluted shit.
Yes.
Like,
to make it stand. I mean,
like
you have to explain the hell
too many
out of things.
there's too much apologetics that has to go into it and explain and cognitive dissonance that has to go into it to continue to believe something that's so far-fetched.
And when it doesn't make sense and you question it, it's like, don't question it.
Right.
Just because.
I've been
God
told-
works in
when I was a
mysterious ways.
teenager- Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was told constantly, don't question it.
I question
I'm
the
like,
shit
well,
out of stuff all the time. And
If I'm trying to learn or know something's true, 100% true, I'm going to question it.
exactly. You have the
Like,
right to.
I looked up, and yet I'm not a biologist, and I don't have like an expertise level of understanding of abiogenesis, but I have an understanding of abiogenesis
Yeah.
because I looked at it, I saw it, I'm like, well, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I looked into it as to why it would make sense.
Yeah.
And scientifically and logically,
Yeah.
it makes more
sound-
sense than God said so.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes more sense.
What they don't understand is God works in mysterious ways. And that's just not good enough for me.
It's not good enough for me because what's a mysterious way?
Yeah. Until we find out, this is how it works. Oh, it's not mysterious anymore.
Right. I mean...
We're going to do a Jesus episode like we've been promising.
Jesus Christ!
And a lot of this stuff's going to come up again in that episode, obviously.
I'm going to say Jesus Christ a lot on that episode because it's going to be fun.
Yes.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Yeah.
That should be the episode where we make and release Jesus pieces.
Yes, why not?
Yeah. And
what sponsoring us today is our own game and food.
Yeah. No, it was the communion wafers.
Yes.
Yeah, the Jesus pieces. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the tea that I want to make? This is a side topic.
Another one?
No, it's not a religious or an atheist making fun of religion thing. It's a stoner thing. I want to make tea infused with marijuana called tee-hee.
Oh, you told me about that one, but not on the show.
No.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Tee-hee?
Tee-hee. I would drink tee-hee.
In Tahiti.
It would be so much fun.
Oh, so speaking of agnosticism.
Speaking of weed.
As far as agnosticism goes for me, like you were saying, you as an atheist, you outright dismiss religion.
Well, I dismiss religion wholeheartedly.
Yes.
And again, back to Nate, as his best description of it as a
LARP.
A LARP.
As an agnostic, I do too.
Right.
But what I hold on to is the potential for there being some kind of
right. So I think the way that the difference is that you stand more on the side that it could be.
There could be something, but it's not. It's not the God of religion.
Right, and you want to believe
that ship has sailed
there
for me.
is something out there.
Yes.
that has a,
whether it be consciousness or energy, some collective thing.
Right. Whatever. And I think
and that's the only thing keeping me agnostic.
Right, and I think it is because you lean more towards the spiritual side of it.
Yes.
Whereas I don't. I think that,
to me, it has to be a marriage of the spiritual has to be science. Though for me, it can't just be mystical.
I don't like it when people do this to me because it just happened to me not too long ago. But like, I would classify and labels are labels and words are words. It doesn't really matter.
A lot of people may very well think I'm an atheist.
I would consider you an atheist.
Exactly, or an atheist agnostic. Atheist. Yes.
Well, I'm an agnostic atheist because I can't be sure. And there may be something out there, but I think the difference is that
and that's it's pretty
more
ignorant.
On the side of I really don't think so.
It is pretty
and you're
ignorant
more on
to
the
be,
side of it's possible.
It's possible, but I can't prove it, and no one else, so far as I know, has proven it. But
I want to play with this some more.
I think it's my little tape recorder from Radio Shack, which support Radio Shack.
Yeah, support your local
keep
Radio
Shack around because I love Radio Shack.
Although, if you're going to keep your Radio Shack around, make sure that they bring back some of the crap that they had in there before. The really interesting, weird, cool shit that you can build your own, like, I don't know, fucking pirate radio station with.
I would love to take my future hypothetical children to a Radio Shack.
Well, I mean,
and start a project with them.
Right now,
it'd be fun.
Radio Shack has turned into more of
trying to survive.
Well, not even that. I think they've turned into a poor man's Pier 1 Imports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what's that one where they sell all that really cool scientific shit, but it's just more for like capitalism?
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying, but I don't know what store that is.
What store am I thinking of? Listeners, if you know what store I'm thinking of, let me know, please.
But that's not far off from an Apple store.
I actually think that store might not already be gone as well. I haven't been to a mall in like years.
And then you have Apple stores.
Right.
Kids now know about the Apple store.
You know what it is? You know what it is that took it? Because you can find all of this shit on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, okay. As a different generation,
you don't get to like examine if this piece is going to fit into this, and then like work it out in your head before you have an idea. And I just burped while talking.
As being a different generation, being Generation X, for most people that probably even are listening to our show, I mean, probably millennials. I'm not going to be that guy that blames. It's millennials. That's all their fault. I'm not going to blame it on their generation.
It goes to 38.
Huh?
We are millennials.
I was born in 80.
How old are you?
Some people have the cutoff of 1979, and some have the cutoff of 80, and some have a cusp going all the way to 83.
So I may or may not be a millennial.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really, can they really have a definite date? No, I think it all comes down to the mindset.
I know.
I mean, I honestly view you more as like a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
I mean, us doing this
when
podcast.
I was growing up, I was Gen X.
Yeah.
Because millennials wasn't a thing before.
Not at all. We're the tail end of Gen X, pretty much. But
I'm gonna wag my tail end.
But okay, just here's one thing that definitely screams Gen X about us.
What's that?
Our show.
Oh yeah,
our show.
I thought you were gonna say Pepsi or something.
We are the soda.
Oh, that's generation next. I'm sorry.
Check. Okay, titties. Anyway,
titties.
But yeah, our show alone. I mean, there are some people that dub the Generation X the X-Files generation. I mean, we're paranoid to a degree. We're like way out there shit. And
yeah, I mean, I like to think that I
don't trust.
I have a healthy dose of skepticism. But I also have an open enough mind where I can see where where somebody might say, I've had this experience, and they can tell me what their experiences are, and I'm not going to necessarily say, yeah, that's definitely what happened to you. That's fucking weird. That's freaked out, and go with them on it. But I'll be like, that I'm sure something happened to you.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what it was more.
I think some of that comes from Gen X.
Yeah.
You know, that's that generation. You know, I think we question a little bit more.
Gen X sounds like a porn star name.
It sounds like a different gender.
Yeah.
In this day and age of there being many genders, which is great.
Yeah.
Because for people that feel that they're
I'm multi-binary.
There you go.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Binary code.
Non-binary? Because there's non-binary. Can I be multi-binary? Would that be?
No, there'll be. Then at that point,
what if I felt like I was both male and female?
At that point, just be quantum.
Yeah.
Quantum.
Yeah,
why not? If it's going to go beyond binary code,
right?
Just go be quantum. Moving on. This goes right what we were talking about.
Well, that's the end of our show, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
A little more on Sims.
Oh, okay.
So what if we are aware of what we're doing in the beginning?
Ooh, a werewolf?
Right? Before like this computer type based but organic type simulated reality. Like we're all in on this game, or even if it is a computer based like Matrix type thing, it's like a game. Like we discussed this kind of with Nate too,
right?
And we just have we elect to have our minds wiped to be a part of this, and that's the reality we're in right now.
Kind of like the Matrix, where if you take the blue pill, you don't. You can just go back and wake up the next morning, and everything is still as it was.
Reboot yourself back into that game. A soft reboot. You're going back into the There's that.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a possibility. And okay.
Well, if that's the case, though, I mean, like, so that would include that, or that would.
And mind you, this is talking like as if this is a game.
Right.
Like this is a role play game.
But
I have another part to that in a minute.
Is it a role play? Like, is it like a video game? Like type of game?
Kind of.
So that would.
It is like a role play game if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, even if this isn't a simulated reality, in a way, no matter what, it kind of is, and it kind of is a role play game, no matter what.
But that would imply a programmer, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Is
that God?
Or is it us?
Maybe
on a higher level in a different, or is it one singular consciousness?
Here's what I think would.
Or what if above this is a bunch of us's consciously doing this game, and above that is a single conscious on top of that?
Here's how I'm
raising the roof.
When I've thought about simulated theory or simulated reality theory and things like that, and like living in the Matrix or whatever.
Yes.
And people are always trying to think, well, who created this Matrix? Where did it come from? If we are in a Matrix and living out a Matrix-like scenario, we are actually in the far future, and humanity or a humanity offshoot has created this reality.
Ancestor.
And is studying from us.
It could be an ancestor thing or a different race looking back at another race.
This is, I honestly, if simulated theory is a thing, this is how I would look at it.
Okay.
Future offshoot of humanity, we are their textbook.
There you go. This is a history class.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go further. Now let's jump into this future where this reality is playing out in their sim system. So what if they have an organic simulation and they're all one being somewhere above that?
What I'm thinking about it though is that if that were a way of so we are not. They didn't just program us and just let it go like a Sims.
No.
They've they've gathered all of the data, and we actually happened before. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is we are just a sim, and we don't exist other than in binary code. Which
that'd be a more like technical, and it still could be in an organic type way.
Oh, it could
because
be.
look at thoughts. So if you close your eyes right now and start imagining a bunch of shit, like a world and all these beings and all that,
yeah,
and that's organic.
Yeah,
but it is run by electricity.
Here that brings up an interesting thought. So if I were to sit here and spend the time thinking up an entire world and
I just got the
and everything
I think you're
how it
something.
goes on, right? Or even just an outline of how that world goes on. I'm creating.
You just created a simulated reality in your mind.
Just created a simulated reality.
Now, what if that's all there is beyond this? What if it's like you? There's a single entity, which some people could say God. I don't like that, but that's what people could attribute.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier,
yeah.
as if we were part of a cell.
Yeah.
That would be our God.
Exactly.
But it would just be another being. It wouldn't be anything supernatural.
Galaxies
are
forming different systems in this being. And within the galaxies, you have
we're
the
just
atoms
part of
or
the
at least little
pancreas or
solar
something.
systems. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like...
we're getting in this
We're
whole
in the ureter of this. We're just the piss of it.
We're the pinky toe.
Yeah. We're their appendix.
And but then I also that brings me to my other question. If this is a simulation, what's the point of it?
We're living in their left eyeball.
What's the point? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I see it. What's the point of it if it is a simulation? I mean, are we supposed to learn?
Again, I mean,
like the religious fanatics, are we learning something in this existence?
So here's this.
Or does it mean nothing?
If it is just a sim, and it has a programmer,
yes.
I don't think it's just, if that's the case,
Does the programmer just want to experience things?
No, I don't even think that. I think, honestly, it's one of two things. Either it's for entertainment.
Yeah. Like people playing
just
games.
Like people playing Sims here.
Exactly.
It's just a more in-depth version of that. Very, very, very sophisticated way of doing it. Yeah. The other would be, so an idea that I've had before is to gather up all of the information, as much data as possible.
Yeah.
That you can gather from history of way things have happened.
Yeah.
And in a game-like scenario, everything from as far back as we can have the data to now, we can manipulate. And we can change one aspect of something that happened in France like 500 years ago to see how it affects now.
That goes into alternate realities.
I know that sounds like insane, and it would be a lot.
Is that simulate?
I would love to have that.
Does that create simulated alternative timelines?
I don't think so.
Because you can't change everything leading up to you at that point. Because then that creates a paradox.
Right, but you would be able to see, so this
what
is
it could be, a
yeah,
potential.
So you put all of the data in, and everything up to that point, you can see, at least on a macro scale.
What if we're just cogs in the wheel for that? I mean, we're just like our lives. We're just going with the flow. We're in one of those reality sims,
right? But say with all that data in there, and we can just say 200 years ago, we decide to
did some fucked up shit. If you're talking about here,
we decide to throw famine in Ireland. 200 years ago. And we see how that affects the world.
Yeah.
Or we decide to say there's an influx of precious materials in China 300 years ago, and we see how the world develops based off of that change.
And there's a timeline where we don't let...
I mean, it wouldn't be us. It would just be a macro scale, and we could see how things go, and we'd be able to see, not necessarily, and it wouldn't necessarily 100% be accurate, because there's
I'm not gonna lie here.
Mitigating circumstances, but
honestly,
I think
one
it would
of the
be great
first things I would simulate would be stopping JP Morgan from tearing down the Wardenclyffe Tower and see how it all play out if Tesla had his way and the whole world had free wireless energy. Can you fucking imagine that?
That's one thing.
Where the Stone Age is compared to where we could be if he had his way.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you can even just go back and be like, Hitler's mentors instructed him better on his art, and he decided to do that instead of take over Germany and then cause be a big proponent into the massacre of billions of people in World War II.
With the Hitler thing, I think a lot of that was his own ideas. He wanted it. It was his agendas. But then the people that supported him started feeding him their shit. And at some point, a tulpa got in there. I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, with situations like that, it's definitely an amalgamation.
I just had to throw another tulpa in. But yeah, it was an amalgamation. I think he got more hyped up as he went.
Right.
Because I heard something along the lines that he never actually did kill anybody other than himself, if he really did kill himself, if you want to go in that conspiracy.
No, he's in Argentina.
Yeah, there you go. He lived out his later years. He didn't join the CIA. Dude, if we ever did become a conspiracy podcast or on the side, we got to do
Learning on
Project
Fridays,
Paperclip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Learning on Fridays.
Yeah, inside
Wait
baseball.
for it. Yeah.
And we'll just leave it at that.
We will. But yeah, so that's that. I think.
Did we answer?
I lost track.
What's the point of a simulation?
I don't think that I honestly don't think that there's a simulation. Or look.
Or could it be that you
is,
can look at what this is as a simulation for something?
Right. Or if there is, and yeah. So there's this. There's not a simulation, and this is just natural life.
Yeah.
Or
it is meaningless.
Or there is a simulation, and it changes nothing.
Yeah. In both accounts,
the same result.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah. So could it just be the way the observer looks at it?
Yeah.
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 In that case.
And perhaps maybe it's me in the future.
That could just be
maybe we right now are me in the future, where I actually manipulated the past in my game that I'm thinking of creating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gather up all the data, put it in there, and there's a thing controlling small things here and there. No. Because we're the simulation.
Yeah.
So we're just playing back what has already happened. Mm-hmm. My future self has moved a little thing.
Or instead of the future self, it's your great-great-great-grandchild, and they're doing ancestor stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my future lineage or whatever has gone through, and with the simulation that I've created of all the historical data, and has moved one little thing in 1912.
What happens?
And now
if
we are this. Yeah.
What happens if that? Can you imagine playing that game?
Yeah.
Awesome.
If he hadn't planted those potatoes in Ireland, we wouldn't be making this podcast right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dude, but he decided not to plant the potatoes.
I could have easily not been here with my grandmother growing up in Nazi Germany.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
my grandfather being a POW.
Yeah.
In World War II. Him happened to be stationed back in Germany, meeting my grandmother. Being that my father and my aunts were military brats, and they were moving all over the place, but they decided to come here. Yeah. There are so many possibilities there, or probabilities where I could have just not existed because of little change here and there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot. About just one minor change. Yeah. I wouldn't be here. Because it's not like
not in a sad way, but it shows how insignificant one individual human being can be, and then also at the same time how significant a human can be.
Well, yeah. I mean, and look at it this way. So for example, maybe this is a little bit too weird of a topic to think about for most people.
Nothing's too weird for this show.
I know. But I'm saying for our listeners. But I have actually
if they stuck with us this long.
If my mom and dad had waited an hour to fuck,
you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here.
There may have been a child conceived, but it wouldn't have been you.
But it wouldn't have been me.
Would not have been you.
Yeah.
See, why don't they play that in time travel movies? They always play that person still was born.
Right.
Not stillborn, but they were born, but they act different. They're different and all this. No,
they wouldn't be there.
They would have not been there. A lot of these people.
They wouldn't be there.
If we can go back in a linear way and still be this time anomaly to cover why the paradoxes. So you're a time anomaly. You remember everything, but you go back to the future. A lot of the people. And I'm thinking of Back to the Future now. But anyways, a lot of the people that were in your life are not going to be there anymore.
No.
Not just because they didn't meet you, because most of them probably weren't born.
Right. Because you moved
circumstances
one thing
change. People don't fuck at the same time.
Right.
Like
that's the butterfly effect. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
that would be awful.
Yeah.
And interesting at the same time.
The thing about it is that procreation would still continue, but because even if it was
or not. If that procreation may have been interrupted had it started a little longer.
Well, not necessarily with those individuals, but procreation, there would still be individuals.
In general, yes, with humans.
But if say we go back 30, 40, let's say 50 years.
Yeah.
We go back 50 years and we somehow are able to just move the timeline of everyone fucking.
Oh yeah. It'd be completely different people altogether.
Just that hour.
All the inventors that invented everything you know now. No, gone.
Yeah.
Different inventions altogether.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. Then, if you're out of the picture, all subsequent siblings are out of the picture.
Oh, I'm the youngest, so I'm cool.
Well, no, for one, because they wouldn't be subsequent because you're not in the picture. But that changes everything. That changes the parents' entire life going forward where they're going to fuck at all different times. And even if they somehow fucked at the same time, it's going to still be a different child.
Like, I've thought about, like, because, I'm not...
You wipe out an entire line of offspring from that family.
Right. Like, I'm not...
And recreate a whole potential new ones.
I'm not poor, but I'm not well off. So, yeah, of course, I've had fantasies of, like, if...
It may have
things
happened.
were different.
Remember our Mandela Effect episode? Maybe ancient Germany was a much bigger thing in another timeline. They stopped us.
Right. But I'm thinking, like, if I were to go back and somehow affect my life to change it for the better, so that I can definitely be more wealthy or more prominent or have, a better stance in life, I guess. Yeah. And just be, generally more, I guess wealthy, and have an easier life. My children wouldn't be here.
No.
I might have children, but the children I know
they wouldn't
that I currently
be them.
have,
no matter what, you change one thing, it wouldn't be them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So once I started thinking about that, I've since then thought about, like, if I could go back 100 years, right?
Oh, fuck.
Listen to this. Go back 100 years, bury, like, a time capsule.
Yeah.
Of very,
it only affects you.
No.
Yeah.
Check this out. So I find a secluded area that I know in the future nobody knows where this area is based off.
So you're not. That doesn't affect
anything.
Yeah.
I put in a time capsule filled with very, very
precious,
valuable shit.
Yeah.
Right. And then
dig it up and it's fucking.
And then I know because I left when I was 35. Yeah. So when I come back at 35, it doesn't affect my life from birth to 35. No. It'll only affect my future.
Yeah.
So I know where it's at, so I go and bury it, and I've got all of this wealth. Yeah. That's how I've thought about it since then, because I like my hardships. That's why I don't have any regrets, because my hardships and shit that's happened to me has built me.
And again, this is like linear time travel. But unless you literally step on a butterfly while you're digging. I'm kidding.
I don't think
there's nothing much in the way that you could affect if it's in the middle of nowhere. Right. No one's observing this.
I don't honestly think that, like, stepping on a butterfly or a bug or whatever is going to affect the future that much, because so what? You step on a butterfly, so that bird doesn't come down and eat that butterfly, and like hours before that it didn't pollinate these plants, and so they didn't. So something else.
The
would
literal,
have.
but not really literal butterfly effect, like causing a hurricane. That's bullshit. I don't buy that. But I like that. That's where we got the terminology butterfly effect.
Well, like the movie Butterfly Effect.
Yes.
With
that was
Ashton
awesome.
Kutcher.
The sequel was a underground B movie, not so great, but it was still kind of cool. It wasn't as good as the first one.
I liked the first one.
Yeah.
So what's the next topic?
Actually, we're already past an hour. But you know what? We do have a couple here that we can steamroll through real quick, just so we get some variety on this episode.
Even just one more.
Let's see here. What if all the aliens are dead? We're alone. They came before us. They came long before us.
I like that we're bringing it up on here, but I actually want to dive into that more.
I know, we are. We're going to do an episode on this.
Let's do this. Thank you guys for listening so much. We're about time, We're good on this episode.
We documented it in a recording. We're going to talk about this. We're going to leave you with that. Listeners, you discuss this. You discuss this on your own. What if all the aliens in our universe that we've been looking for, what if they're all gone?
Right.
But there may be some here that came from other planets, or maybe they're just interdimensional beings.
We're
setting this up for them.
We'll dive into that more.
But what if they're long gone? They came and went. They had older civilizations. We're the babies of the universe, and we're alone.
Yeah, I think we're alone.
No, I'm just kidding. We're Batman. We're Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Martha. Our parents died out there. Think about that.
Think about it.
And we're going to bring
another
this
thing
up
real
again.
quick. Listeners, just kind of like with our Q&A episode, here's this. If you have any ideas or thoughts or
you guys are stupid, think about it this way.
No.
Send it to us.
Just any ideas for like future episodes or spitballing episodes. If you want to give us some ideas for spitballers.
And Q&As.
Definitely reach out to us at on Facebook. Learning to Curse group on Facebook, Learning to Curse
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Hit us up on the Twitter, the Instagramos.
Even in the comment section of YouTube, if you want to go in there and put some shit in there, we'll see it and we'll respond either on that thread or in our podcasts.
And if you are listening to us in a podcast site, such as like iTunes, if you're getting us through iTunes, write a review on us. Let us know how we're doing.
Yeah, if you do that, that would be fantastic. Because what that not only does
let us know how we're driving.
It's not even just for that. But the more reviews on iTunes, because of the way that iTunes algorithm works, the more reviews, then it puts us in a higher bracket, and we'll be able to be seen by more people. So if you enjoy this show and you think that other people would enjoy this show as well, write a good review on there. Let it know. Give us 5 stars or whatever it is, and that'll show iTunes that we have listeners that are appreciating the show.
Bump us up the list so more people can hear us.
So more people can hear us. Yeah,
I know you probably hear this a lot from a lot of people, a lot of content creators, but it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
if you like us, support us.
We're probably still going to do this for us, but we do this for you because we think that it's entertaining. And if you've listened to us,
and there's people downloading us, we know you're out there.
Yeah. So spread the curse.
I'm all up in your ear. Look at that.
Yeah. Spread the curse like herpes.
We are grateful.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Or morning, whatever.
Or morning, whenever you're hearing this.
Yeah.
In the future. Yeah. What if somebody, get this. Here's another one for the spitball. And we'll end with this one. Imagine it's 20 years from the time of this recording.
Yeah.
And somebody's listening to this for the first time.
That'd be awesome.
And they've already answered a lot of the shit that we're talking about.
It'll probably be one of my grandchildren.
That's fucking awesome. I know, right? It's
like nobody else gives a fuck.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody.
My son will be like, hey, did you know Grandpa he did a podcast back in the...
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Who does podcasts anymore?
Right.
Oh, man. That kind of looks like a tulpa.
It does a little bit. And I was thinking that maybe if we could just maybe a little bit go ahead and